This story unfolds in the high mountains of Colorado, where cold winds sweep across the wilderness. A strong bull elk had been roaming for 2 years with an old car tire around its neck. The poor animal struggled every day with the weight of this tire, which grew heavier over time, making each step and breath more challenging. Surrounded by nature, it felt confined by this burden. Amid the cold, harsh conditions of the high mountains, the elk grew increasingly weary under the weight of the tire wrapped around its neck. This heavy load pulled its head down, restricted its movements, and made it harder to navigate obstacles in its habitat. Normally, it could flee from dangers quickly, but now it had to move slowly, and with each step, the tire's edges pressed deeper into its neck, leaving painful wounds. When it tried to drink water or forage among the leaves, the tire restricted its movements, making it difficult to meet even the most basic needs of survival. In 2019, officials from Colorado Parks and Wildlife spotted this particular elk. While the tire might have seemed like a minor detail at first, they quickly realized how much it was impairing the elk's life and sprang into action. However, the vast forested areas and the elk's constant movement made tracking it nearly impossible. Determined to help, officials conducted numerous searches over the years, but each time the elk slipped from sight. They refused to give up hope because they knew that every day the tire inflicted more harm, threatening the elk's health, strength, and life. The tire was like a shackle, a painful reminder of the dangers humans bring to nature. Officials waited patiently, hoping for a chance to save the elk. In October 2021, that moment finally arrived. They located the elk and acted quickly, using a tranquilizer dart to safely sedate it. The atmosphere was charged with excitement and anxiety. As the elk gently lay down, the rescue team carefully approached to inspect the tire, now almost embedded in its flesh, leaving deep, painful wounds. Initially, they tried to cut the tire off, but its steel-belted core made it impossible with regular tools. They had a tough choice. They would need to cut off the elk's antlers. For the elk, this was a significant loss. Antlers are symbols of strength and status among other males, essential for competition and self-defense during mating season. Without them, it would be left vulnerable and potentially out of balance within its social group. The antlers also helped the elk clear branches as it moved through the forest, aiding its mobility. Defenseless against predators, it would need to be faster and more cautious. Without its antlers, it might struggle even to find food. In short, this physical loss would affect the elk at every turn, making survival harder. But there was no other choice. Without this sacrifice, they couldn't remove the tire, putting the elk's life at greater risk. The rescue operation was a success. Once they finally cut the tire free, the team breathed a collective sigh of relief. The deep wounds on the elk's neck served as a painful reminder of its ordeal. The team administered all necessary treatments to prevent infection, feeling pride in helping this noble creature. When the elk regained consciousness, it was free of its burden, though its antlers were now gone. The longing for freedom in the elk's eyes held a depth that echoed through the wilderness. This event underscored the importance of wildlife protection. Even the smallest human waste can endanger the lives of animals, forcing them into survival struggles. Following this incident, Colorado Parks and Wildlife officials reminded the public to be more cautious about leaving waste in nature. Freed from the burden on its neck, the elk returned to the mountains to roam freely again. In time, its antlers would grow back, and it would once more carry the beauty that nature intended. Although it might face difficulties adjusting or encounter challenges until its antlers regrow, these issues were minor compared to the threat to its life. This story painfully illustrates the impact of human litter on animals. A tire, once perhaps discarded by the roadside, became a 2-year ordeal of weight and pain for a strong, free elk. And who knows how many animals endure similar fates? People often don't consider how even the smallest litter endangers the creatures that call nature home. This was just a tire, yet it created consequences severe enough to disrupt the delicate balance of nature. This tale of liberation serves as a reminder of human responsibility to nature. After 2 years of carrying this burden, the elk had regained its freedom. Now it could wander the mountains once again, feeling like a true part of its surroundings. Echoing through Colorado's mountains, this story serves as a lasting message to all, reminding us of our duty to protect nature and its silent inhabitants. The elk's step into freedom stands as a powerful lesson, a symbol of the vital importance of conserving the natural world. Please don't forget to like the video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to the channel.